You guys good? Back row, everybody good? Coach?
Disappointed, obviously, in the loss. Obviously very disappointed in the way the game ended. We didn't make the plays to win the game. Offensively, we were 2 of 13 on third downs, and then defensively, that last drive, they converted, obviously, a couple of third downs, and specifically the third down on a touchdown. So opportunities on both sides of the ball to win the game, and just didn't get it done. Had a couple of critical special teams errors, obviously dropping the punt to start the second half, and then trying to squib kick, hit one of the frontline guys and ends up giving them the ball on the 40 instead of back inside the 25. So again, wasn't nearly a clean enough game. So with that, I'll open it up for questions.
Eli, what was the explanation, I guess, for why that's roughing the kicker?
The explanation that I was given was that the ball was snapped over his head and that the ball was still in the tackle box and that he was still a protected punter when he picked up the ball. So how a guy can still be a protected punter 50 yards down the field and how our guy is supposed to know that he can't tackle him is beyond me. But I'm sure I'll get an explanation, and I'm sure it'll defend him, and we'll go from there. It doesn't change the fact that we were 2 for 13 on third downs. But, I don't get that, but it is what it is.
I mean, I think you might have kind of answered it, but can you possibly – you can't really ask Will to do anything other than what he did on that play, can you?
No, not that I think. The ball is – I mean, they're rewarded for a huge mistake. The young man was able to kick the ball, at least give us the ball at the 30, but they snapped the ball over the head and they reward him with a first down. I mean, just –
that rule is called correctly by the language in which it's written. Doesn't that have to change? Is that something that people look at?
Yeah, I don't know, guys. Yes, absolutely. Ball snapped over somebody's head that's 50 yards down the field on the 1 yard line. I'm not sure how anybody on the punt return team is supposed to play it any different. You do have to play defense, So, yeah.
Offensively, what did Kentucky do that made it so tough on you guys for a lot of that day, or was it errors on your part or a combination?
Yeah, I mean, it was a combination of a lot of things. I mean, first possession, we trip over ourselves. We, have a linebacker run through and then don't get out on a screen. And that just kind of was the start of the day, And then the second drive, we went down and got 3 and thought maybe we'd got something going. But, had a couple of huge mistakes. I mean, the first play of the second half, and we're in a 7-man protection. We give up a sack. So, again, just got to go back and keep cleaning it up. Keep trying to improve. Proud of the way they fought, down 14-3 to score, 14 unanswered right there and give ourselves a chance. But, had the ball with 4 minutes left and weren't able to get a first down. Just, again, penalties, wave off a targeting and all, so on and so forth. So just out of sorts today.
Eli, was there something different you saw on those 2 touchdown drives that you hadn't seen earlier in the game that led to that success?
I mean, I think we actually completed some of the passes. There was a couple of passes in the first half that whether the route runner stopped or the quarterback missed or there was protection, we felt like we had some holes in some zones but weren't being able to connect to them, and finally we were able to get that going.
Coach, where's Brady's health at right now? He looked like he was limping a little bit during that third quarter.
I'll have to check with the trainers.
Could you evaluate his performance, especially after when you guys were down 14-30 and he looked like he was laboring to get those touchdowns driving?
Well, I mean, I thought obviously in the second half he played much better, and obviously there was a really tough run there from the quarterback draw for the touchdown. But the fumble in the first half was really an unforced error that we got to correct, and there was some decision making that again we got to just just got to keep looking at.
You just tip your cap to the Kentucky defense on the 4th and 1 stop.
Yep.
Eliah, the wind, how did that impact some of the kicking decisions?
Yeah, I mean, we knew they had a really good kick returner and didn't feel like at the last end of the game we could kick it deep to him, and so that was really the reason. Going south, the wind really swirls, which was obvious with the very first field goal that we missed. So, we're just trying to give our defense a chance to play and not lose, not do something crazy on special teams.
Eli, what do you think kind of made your defense so successful today?
Well, we stopped the run. We got pressure on the quarterback consistently.
Don't know if you know anything on Darius. It looked like he left injured there after that big sack.
Yeah, it looked like a shoulder, and we'll have to just monitor that and see. He'll see the doctor after the game. We'll go from there.
On their first touchdown, was there something defensively that was supposed to happen that didn't? It looked like Ennis thought he was supposed to get safety help or something like that?
Yeah, we'll have to go back and look. I wasn't exactly sure what the communication there was.
Yeah, that's probably not on your mind right now for the game, but the contract extension, any comments on just what that meant to show support?
Yeah, incredibly grateful to obviously President Choi and Desiree and the board for believing in the direction of our program. And I know today's loss is disappointing, but it's the belief in how we're doing it and the direction that we're going, and really appreciate that belief. And belief's a powerful thing. And I talked about it a couple weeks ago. I really feel like we've improved in a lot of ways, and the results will come. The results will come. And I thought last week was kind of was hoping that last week was a pushing point, and obviously didn't get it done today. But we're still heading in the right direction. We got to keep everybody pulling in the right direction, and we got 3 games left, and we've got a lot of opportunities ahead of us. 2 of those at home, and got a lot of opportunity ahead of us. And this team will stay together and fight, and just a clarity of vision, and just a focus of where we're going. So I really appreciate it, and look forward to being the head football coach here for a long time.
Coach, at this point, every SEC loss so far has come from one possession.
Yeah.
Is that a positive sign, or is that more a frustrating sign for you as coach?
Both. It's frustrating because we haven't found the way or a play to win, but it's also a sign of progress and that we are in the fight. And now we got to find a way to win that fight.
Coach, what was the explanation for why only Josh Landry got a penalty during that little skirmish and nobody else?
Explanations really don't matter. It's just the results. So the result was that amongst however many people on their sideline and all the things that happened, the result was we got a 15-yard penalty.
You touched a little bit about it on it, but going down or building 17, 14 nothing leads in a few of the games this season, and today going down and having to fight back and get back-to-back touchdowns in the 4th quarter. What's it like just to see that and how the offense was able to put together when it didn't build that 17 nothing cushion?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what you're asking there. I just, I'm just proud of our guys to keep fighting, to keep believing. They know that the defense will get stops for them if we can get in the end zone, and we were able to do that. They set us up with great field position, but we got to be better in the first half. So.
Do you have an update on EJ and just kind of an assessment of his offensive line play from what you saw?
Yeah, EJ will be out. I don't know how much longer he'll be out, but he's definitely out for a while. And, we were just inconsistent.
On some of those third down conversions for Kentucky, was that errors on the back end, or was that pass rush not getting home? What was happening there?
I have to go watch the tape and see. In the heat of the moment, I think it's a combination of both. they 7-man protected that last one, which is, I think it was a 5-man pressure with 7-man. So, they're going to have some guys to double team. And, yeah.
Coach, last week, had 10 receptions on 10 targets, and this week it seems like you only have a couple of targets. Is there something they did, or was it just something in the offense?
It was both. I mean, we tried to get him the ball in the start of the second series and tried to get him a jet sweep, and obviously we threw it to him a couple of times. They had that one in the red zone that just missed, and then obviously we had the one where they called illegal touching. So it's, I promise on every pass play he's somebody that we're looking for.
Anything else, Coach?
Thank you.
What made kind of tough to move the ball today against that kind of defense?
Yeah, I think they're just a tough physical football team. We had some success early on, and we knew this was going to be a tough game, so we just got to find a way to get better this week.
Cody, I know we've probably asked you guys this 4 or 5 times this year, but does it get tougher and tougher to bounce back when you guys have been this close this many times?
Yeah, I think something that you never want to do. You never want to play from behind. So we got to find a way to start fast. And yeah, it gets tougher, especially this is SEC big boy football. Especially as it gets later in the year. So we know every game's gonna be tough, but we just got to find a way to get better.
Cody, what were you seeing from Brady on those two touchdown drives in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I think he really stepped up in the second half. He played really well. He's just a ball player, just a really good football player, and that's what you saw in that run. Give us a chance. He put us back in the game, so he played really well.
Could you also speak about his toughness? He took a few shots in
Yeah.
this game where he looked like he could barely stand or walk.
Yeah.
He was still doing that.
Yeah, I think Brady Cook, if one thing that, Mizzou fans need to know, that kid is one of the toughest kids I've ever been around. We've seen that from game one until now. He takes some hits that, a lot of quarterbacks wouldn't get up from. So that kid is one of the toughest kids I've ever seen, and he's a great leader, and he put us back in that ball game.
Cody, we asked Coach the same question. 4 games in the SEC, all decided by one possession. You guys coming out on the losing end in each one. Is that something that's a positive for you guys, feeling like you're in every game, or is it really frustrating for you as a player to think that you guys could almost be undefeated in the SEC if you really finish out the games?
Yeah, I think that's always, frustration. I think for any athlete, especially on our team, we want to win every game. We just got to find ways to be able to close games out and put teams away.
From the sideline, how tough of a break is that on the punt snap where Will gets flagged for roughing? It just kind of helpless feeling to see that. It looks like a great play for you guys, and then that's a backbreaker.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the rules on that, so I can't really speak too much. But yeah, and Will, you can't. It wasn't his fault. He was just making a play on the football. He thought he was doing the right thing. So, and a great effort by him and great effort by that whole unit. So.
Anything else, Cody?
Touchdown was the first touchdown. It seemed like there was some miscommunication between you and him. What was supposed to go on in that play, and what really happened?
I just got a little eyesy, not using my eyes all the way. I let the quarterback take me a certain way, but not really reading the route, seeing what was going on. So kind of got off my landmark a little bit, and that was easy access for that touchdown.
Obviously, any close loss is going to be tough to take. I mean, the way that one ended with what looked like a pretty good play, all of a sudden turned into a penalty. I mean, is that harder than most of them?
That's definitely not the way you want to go out and losing the game. But once that play happened, you just got to keep going out there and playing. The game's still not over. Still had over a minute left.
Kentucky's offensive line.
Just getting them behind the sticks on first and second down, bro, making them get to third down. I think that's what helped a lot.
Chad, is there anything Will could have done different on that punt play?
I talked to the ref, and he said that once the punter gets back in punter motion, he has to tip the ball instead of hitting the punter. So, I told Will keep his head up, man. It could have happened to anybody. And at first, I really thought once the punter fumbled, it would be a live ball. So, like I said, it could have happened to anybody, man.
Is it hard to tell if the guy's going to kick or run in that spot?
Yeah, in that situation, man, it was hard to tell. But, they called it how they called it, so we just had to play the next play.
Chad, you've had several of these one-possession SEC losses. How do you bounce back and continue to
The message every week is 1-0, man. We lost this one. We got Tennessee next week. That's all we worry about now. We can't focus on the L no more.
Chad, what did it mean to the defense to see the offense put together a couple of the scoring drives in the very early fourth quarter?
It meant a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need for real. You know, defense get stopped, offense go score. So it meant a lot.
For a player that's been here for the beginning of Coach Drinkwitz's time, what did it mean to see the contract extension so he's going to be here for a while?
That's good for Coach Drink, man. Also Coach Baker, you know what I'm saying? He got his extension too, but that's good for Coach Drink. We believe in our head coach, and that's all we can do. We're going to keep trusting in him, and he's going to get us right.
To see Coach Baker get that extension too, did you feel kind of pride in that, knowing that you kind of helped in a way?
Yeah, man, Coach Baker a guru when it comes to calling these defenses, man. So it was real good to see Coach Baker get that job.
Chad, they only completed 12 passes today. Your defense played pretty well at times. Is it hard to, kind of accept it, lose a game when you play pretty well, hold them to 240, I think, yards total?
Yeah, man, you just got to swallow the L, bro. It go like that. I mean, yeah, it's hard, but, we just got to keep fighting. We got to keep pushing.